Wait, who?
Leonard Fournette is officially inactive for Tampa Bay.
Thank goodness, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus.
By the way, I have a fucking playoff matchup today, right? I'm the 6 seed going up against the 3 seed. I have 5 injuries to my starters. 5. I have to start either Kalen Balaj or fucking Russell Gage if Frank Gore doesn't play.
Yikes.
Because Brandon Cooks just decided, oh yeah, I'm just not gonna play today. You know, why not?
Yep.
And then in my other league, it's basically the same shit. I have to start Ito Smith in a full PPR because actually no, I could. Never mind. I just noticed I have Miles Sanders to the flex. I'm good with that. But man, what a joke! Injuries just killing. To be fair, on the other side, he had to start Darrell Henderson because Gibson got hurt.
True.
But he's got 1 injury. I got 5. That's
the guy I'm playing had Gibson as well. I'm pretty sure he's starting. I don't even remember who he's starting. I gotta check.
I gotta go through my sleeper lineups too. And what's good, Jared? Nice seeing you in the chat early, nice and early. Dylan wasted no time here. Ayuk or AB, non-PPR.
I'll take Antonio there.
Yeah,
honestly,
they're close, but yeah, I'll slightly lean AB there.
Antonio Brown's matchup against Chris Boyd in the Minnesota Vikings pass defense, now with no Leonard Fournette, to slow down the offense and make the drives kill the drives by catching a ball on 3rd and 5 and falling down and not getting the first down. I'm wondering if they're going to use Keyshawn Vaughn then if Fournette's out. It's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah, potentially. That'd be good for you guys.
I mean, it's better than seeing Fournette. Geez.
For sure.
Guy's buns.
Man, the amount of fucking leagues I have to fix up because of all the injuries right now. All right. And good morning, boys. Nice seeing you back. Owen in the chat. He says Gallman, Swift, Kiki, PPR. I'm assuming you could only start 1. This is a no-brainer for me. It's Gallman.
Yeah, it's Gallman. Swift, we don't Swift is just so risky, man. We assume he's going to get some kind of limited workload, whether it's because he's still not 100% healthy or because he's been out for a couple weeks. I don't see DeAndre Swift being a top 10 type running back like he would have been in this matchup against Green Bay if he was fully healthy and with his full workload. So, and Kiki QT, I know Brandon Cooks is out, but I'm still really not all that excited about starting Kiki QT. Yeah. So, I think it's pretty easily Gallman for me there.
Yeah, it's still a tough matchup for QT regardless. So, even
if QT, I expect QT probably to get 8 to 10 targets, so it'll probably make him pretty viable. But how good is Kiki QT really at football? I don't expect him to do that well, to be honest. And yeah, if you have Deshaun Watson as your quarterback, I'd probably, I don't want to say bench him, but he's probably pretty low in my quarterback rankings now without both of his top 2 receivers with Fuller and
that's just such a rough situation for him. He lost Fuller to the PADs and now fucking Cooks is hurt. Get the man some fucking help.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. It's not like they have any draft picks to do so though.
Yeah, for real.
Josh says Mike Davis or DeAndre Swift. I'm going to go with Mike Davis there. I think Mike Davis is not the running back we saw weeks 3 to 8 or whatever it was, where he was getting 80% snap share and all the work, and he looked like 70, 80% of Christian McCaffrey. He's more in the line of someone like a better version of Gio Bernard, I would say. So I think I'll roll with Mike Davis over Swift, just given the uncertainty with Swift's workload this week.
Yeah, I agree there. Logan Thomas or Jasicki. I think I have Thomas 1 spot higher. So I'm fine.
I think they might be back to back in my rankings.
Yeah, I think they are for me as well. Let me just quickly check.
I have Gesicki at 11 and Logan Thomas at 15. So I will go with Mike Gesicki there. I expect there to be quite a bit of passing in this one on Miami's side of things. And Gesicki showed last week that he has some high target potential. And I think, with Devontae Parker's not getting the targets with 2 under center, so someone's going to have to get them, right? And Mike Gesicki could be that guy.
I have Thomas at 12 and Gesicki at 14. So, we're a little flip there, but regardless, to me, it kind of depends on.
They're both decent starts in my opinion. I like the upside of the Miami game to score more points than the Washington San Francisco game. I really think that whatever the over under is in the Washington San Francisco game, I think it hits the under. I don't think they score a lot of points in that game.
For sure. The way I look at it again is Thomas probably a safer floor type option when Gesicki has the ceiling because of the game flow of the Arizona versus Miami game, or not Arizona, Miami. Fucking who they playing? Kansas City. My bad. Yeah, I'm thinking about another high-powered offense, if you will.
Arizona.
Early morning, allow me. Arizona's playing the fucking Giants.
Yep.
Morning, fellas. Who should I flex this week? Terry McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, Gurley, or Moser? You got some nice options there. I wish I could use one of them in my home league.
I'd go with Terry there, even though I really like Deontay this week too, but I think
Deontay.
Terry McLaurin's too high up for me to sit him.
I'd go Deontay, personally.
You'd go Deontay over Terry?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so, man.
I have Deontay, I think, at 15 and Terry at 17 right now, but like they're close. But yeah, I prefer Deontay, to be honest. I mean, we view Deontay as like a quote-unquote volatile guy because of his drops and because of his injury concerns.
I don't really view him that way. I just view Terry as more of a guy that you never sit. It's more about Terry than it is about Deontay for me.
Respectable. So at work, I haven't seen if Swift is active or not.
I believe the inactives have already come out. So if I have Swift in one league, I'll check right now. I believe he's active.
I mean, he's projected points.
He's playing at 425. So you actually don't know that until probably prior to the game. So there's a chance you might not know if Swift is active or not. So I would make sure he's in one, like a flex spot, not an RB slot, and make sure you have a pivot. In the league I have DeAndre Swift in, I also have J.K. Dobbins in on Monday. Who would you start out of those two guys, Dobbins or Swift?
I'll just put Dobbins in because I don't
really
stats with Swift. Yeah.
Even though Dobbins has a horrible matchup and Swift has a great matchup?
I understand that aspect, but I mean,
I think to me, even with Swift's limited workload, it's probably going to be similar to what Dobbins is.
That's fair. I don't know. It's just whenever I start guys that are coming up, especially a concussion, like it's just it gives you butterflies. For me, I would just rather be safe.
I'm gonna keep him. I'm gonna keep Swift in unless because I feel like they're gonna say something. Like we're gonna hear like a report from like Jay Glazer or something that like the Lions are making Swift active, but only as like an emergency option or something like that.
Yeah, that information would be helpful.
Yeah, I feel like something like that is probably what's gonna happen. I don't think they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, DeAndre Swift's active, he's ready to go. Like I do expect him to be limited to some degree, but I also think it's a great matchup. So I'd rather play him over Dobbins. If you gave me Dobbins' workload in the Green Bay matchup for Swift, I think I'd take Swift.
For sure. Superflex, Glennon, Mayfield, Claypool, Hunt. Please pick one to start. Thanks. I'll go with Mayfield there because he's a quarterback.
Yeah, I'll take Baker. I mean, it's not a good matchup, but it is a divisional game, so I wouldn't. Yep. I wouldn't just assume that Baker Mayfield's going to have a terrible game because it's a divisional game. They generally speaking are pretty close. And Baker's been hot lately. He's been playing really, really well. So, I mean, he's a confident type quarterback. So you want to probably ride that wave with Baker Mayfield, even though Chase Claypool, I'm not really a big fan of this week, and nor am I a really huge fan of Kareem Hunt either. So maybe if you had different options, but I think Mayfield, because he's a quarterback and because he's playing super well right now, I would probably roll with him.
Yep. What's up, Javon? All right, gonna go watch some Tfue. Have a good Sunday. Enjoy that Fortnite content. Owen, is Zeke going to play? I believe he's already ruled available to play.
Yeah, I think he's already expected to play.
Yeah, we good there. Taysom Hill or Kyler Murray? Well, I've never thought I'd have to answer that question.
Yeah, geez.
So I'm gonna go with Kyler, but
I'll still go with Kyler. You're gonna Jorge. You would hate yourself if you benched Kyler Murray and he drops 35 points on the Giants and Taysom Hill has 14 points. You will be like, why the hell did I think that was a good decision? Benching a guy who has 3 career starts for a guy who was the QB1 by a mile for the first 10 weeks of the season. So I think it's just too cute to go with anyone other than Kyler Murray there.
Yep, I agree. Let's keep.
He also says Chicago's defense or Steelers defense. I was thinking Chicago's because Watson has no one to throw to. Yeah, I think Chicago's is probably the better play.
That's fine. Not to mention the Bills
Pittsburgh against Josh Allen is probably a good. He's prone to make some mistakes as well, and Pittsburgh's a really good defense. So I really man, that's really close. I think those 2 defenses though would be 2 of the top 5 options on the week though. So I don't think you can really go wrong with either. But I think I would go with Chicago's now that Watson has no one to throw to.
Agreed. Big Ben or Cousins? I actually have them back-to-back 12, 13 in my rankings. Currently have Ben at 12 and Cousins at 13, but the margin here is literally this to the point that whoever I already have in my lineup, I'm just going to keep in. I'm not even going to think about putting the other.
I have Ben at 12 and Cousins at 14, so I think I would go with Ben slightly just because Kirk Cousins, he has people would assume the Bucs matchup is a bad matchup, and it kind of is, but it's also a worse matchup for Dalvin Cook, which would force Kirk Cousins to probably have to throw the ball quite a bit in this game because Dalvin Cook, I don't anticipate him getting too much done on the ground. And the receivers have some mismatches. Jefferson against Bunting and Thielen, if he gets moved into the slot, like they're going to have some mismatches at receiver. So I could see Cousins having a big game. I could also see Cousins in the Vikings offense getting trounced by the Bucs defense. Like I could see it going either way. But I think Ben is just safer. Like, to be honest, I think I'd rather play Ben just because he's way safer.
Yeah, I can see that. Full PPR pick 2. I'm going with the first 2. I don't have to look at the rest.
Yeah, it's pretty easily the first 2 there.
And Gas is getting. Yeah, I know, man.
I don't think Clyde's.
I don't think Clyde's bad. It just sucks about Gaskin because I have him in so many leagues.
What would you do in this? My one league I have. I'm a big time underdog because my top 3 receivers is a 3 receiver league that you have to start. Were Will Fuller, DJ Moore, and Brandon Cooks. So those were my top 3 receivers, and they're like all out now. So I have to start like freaking Marquise Brown as like my wide receiver 1 and shit. Like it's really bad. But at my running back slot in my flex, who would you start out of Mike Davis and Josh Jacobs?
Josh Jacobs playing?
Yeah, he's expected to play.
Okay. First of all, I gotta get him in my rankings then because I don't think I have
against
him.
the Colts though.
Regardless, I was thinking Davis, but it just reminded me that actually Josh Jacobs is playing, so I got to put him in. Is Frank Gore playing, or like what's going on with that guy?
I'll have to take a look at that real quick
because like I want to start him, but like I don't know.
Just looking at my okay, I don't even see Josh Jacobs in my rankings. Oh, there he is.
I have him at 15 right now, I believe, or 16.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think I would start him over JD McKissick. I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna start Mike Davis over him. To be honest,
yeah.
Jacob's coming off of an injury and in a horrible matchup. I think I'm just gonna start Mike Davis.
Yeah, no, I definitely would. I think you're on the right path there. I wish I had those problems, Jared. Like I'm forced to start like Kalen Ballage this week because of injuries.
Yeah, I would go. I definitely go with Terry there.
Absolutely. What was the second part?
And you said I made the mistake of starting Woods. I wouldn't have started Woods. I would have started both of those guys.
Yeah,
over Woods.
Is Breeze going to play in the playoffs at all? I hope so. I mean, like
he is expected to play next week. They said he had a chance to play this week if he practiced, which he really didn't. And they said a more realistic target is next week, given the fact that they play the Chiefs next week too. So it's like a bigger game, and they probably want their starting quarterback. Like Taysom Hill, if he plays the Chiefs, is going to get benched. Like it's going to happen for Jameis Winston or Drew Brees, whoever it is.
Yeah, for sure. Not to mention, I mean, fuck the Saints. Like, why the fuck are you not telling us any information about this injury? Like, I
actually couldn't find any information. It was like, oh, we'll see. Like Sean Payton said on like XM radio or something. He's like, oh, well, we'll see if he like practices this week. It's like, okay.
I have Kamara and fucking MT. I can't afford that. We'll see if he practices.
I know. I could really I need to win this week, and I'm really scared because I'm up in my matchup. I'm only the guy's beating me 11.2 to 0, but he had Robert Woods and Damian Harris both go Thursday night, so they both had pretty down games relative to what they should be putting up. So I'm definitely ahead in my matchup. I'm just worried that Kamara is not the Kamara that I needed. And this is actually the guy that traded me, Alvin Kamara, too.
Yeah, so maybe this is the 10 to 13 point.
And I want to win this week because for next week's game, I play the guy who listen to this guy's team. He has Dalvin Cook, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, DeAndre Hopkins, and Mike Evans. Those are his top 5 players on his team. He has a bad quarterback. He has a bad tight end, but those players have carried him hard. And he was able. Yeah, so he traded for both DeAndre Hopkins and Tyreek Hill. He traded, I think it was Chris Carson for Tyreek Hill because the guy who had Tyreek Hill had Keenan Allen and a number of other receivers, and he had no running backs. All his running backs were hurt. So he traded Tyreek Hill for Chris Carson. I think another piece as well. I think he traded him for Chris Carson, Alexander Madison or something like that. And he traded Tyreek Hill for that. Yeah, I know. And the Hopkins trade too. I think he traded Aaron Rodgers and I know. He traded Aaron Rodgers and who else did he trade for Hopkins? I don't even remember. Aaron Rodgers Terry McLaurin, I think. It wasn't a bad trade, but Hopkins was still probably the better asset.
Yeah, it's just as soon as you said he traded for Hopkins, I gave him a quarterback in a 1 quarterback league.
No. He traded Rodgers and Terry or someone like that. I can't remember who it was.
Okay, that's more respectable then. But yeah, fuck the Saints. First of all, I need to win this week because my team literally has 5 fucking injuries right now. I might have.
Well, I would assume you need to win. It's the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to start fucking Kalen Balaj, Jonnu Smith, or fucking
Jonnu Smith over Kalen Balaj easily.
I don't know. I just need fucking floor.
Nah, dude, trust. Start Jonnu Smith over Kalen Balaj. Kalen Balaj, who are you going to trust as a better player?
Okay, but in terms of floor, like
neither of them have a floor.
I mean, he's been getting touches.
No, he hasn't.
He has. He got 10 touches last week. Yeah, he got 10 touches last week in a blowout.
10 touches for Kalen Balaj?
In a blowout. In a blowout.
Who gives a shit? It's Kalen Balaj.
I know he's not good, but like I can't afford a 0 in a flex spot. And Johnny, like
he could put up a 0, yeah, but so could Kalen.
I can't afford that.
Balaj could too.
Like I would rather like be confined to 5.
If you don't start Jonnu Smith, you're gonna hate yourself that you chose Kalen Balaj over any human being to put in your flex spot.
If Frank Gore plays, I'm starting him regardless.
Yes, but if Frank Gore doesn't play and you don't start Jonnu Smith, you're gonna be mad because this is a great matchup for him. He's gonna catch a touchdown. You're gonna be pissed.
Probably.
Anyway, let's get to these questions before we.
I know. It's
get off track too much. Okay, standard scoring: Chark or T. Higgins, McKissick or Mike Davis, Gesicki or Goddard. Okay, these are all separate decisions. I'm assuming. I will go with Chark because I'm currently making that decision. I'm starting Chark over T. Higgins in one league, and especially in a standard scoring, I think he has more touchdown upside given the fact that he's like a huge deep threat. In standard scoring, I don't think J.D. McKissick is playable, really, to be honest, because if you're not getting any points for his receptions, he's probably not going to do a whole lot in terms of yardage and potentially touchdowns. So I think I'd rather go with Mike Davis for the potential touchdown over J.D. McKissick. And then for Gesicki and Goddard, I think I would rather Goddard as well for kind of the same reason, because I think Gesicki is more of a receptions type tight end than he is a touchdown scorer. And I think Goddard has a better chance of a touchdown. And he has like more yardage and all that kind of stuff.
Agreed. Here. Duke Johnson. Wait, can you find the follow-up?
Oh, he said Duke Johnson instead of Deontay Johnson.
Oh, okay. Where was that again?
It was Hunt, Deontay Johnson, Lazard, and QT. I think, okay, if it's Duke Johnson, I would rather start Hunt and QT than Duke Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. QT versus Duke Johnson is kind of close, but because
I don't think so. I like against the Bears run defense, I don't think it's very
because of the matchup, I'd probably go QT still. What about the Bucs game today?
So they need to, like, based on the way they've played, the way that their perception is, the way their talent is on paper, you need to kill these teams. These next 4 games that you have Minnesota, Atlanta twice, and Detroit. You have to win out, and you need to get hot. And the playoffs is all about getting hot at the right time. If you look at the Titans last year, they got hot at the right time and they went to the AFC Championship. All you really need to do is get your offense back on track. And we got a good step forward in that direction today with making Leonard Fournette the single anchor of your run game, making him inactive. Because Keyshawn Vaughn, if he makes a mistake, fine. He's still going to be more effective than Leonard Fournette.
For sure. Not to mention, man. Okay. We just got to say one thing. The next 3 games, I can agree with kill, but man, like, don't overlook the Vikings. They've been playing.
No. I'm not overlooking the Vikings, but I'm saying you need, like, if you're a playoff contender and you're going to be competing in January, you need to beat the Vikings handedly in this game, I think. I don't think the Vikings. I think the Vikings are like a better version of the Panthers, and they've beaten the Panthers in both games very handedly. They beat the Raiders, the Raiders are about as good as the Vikings, in my opinion. No. I don't think the Vikings are all that good, dude. Have you seen the teams that they have beaten? The Vikings last couple of weeks. They've beaten they barely lost, or they barely beat the Jaguars last week.
They've won 5 of the last 6. They're a hot team. Their quarterback's playing well.
Do you want to know who the 5 that they beat are?
Go ahead. And I know the team that they lost. I know the team that they lost to.
You can only beat the teams on your schedule, and it's good that they've beaten them, but they literally almost lost to the Jaguars last week.
Okay. I know the team that they lost to.
Who was it?
Think.
Oh, the Cowboys, right. Yeah.
Why did we win that game?
Okay, so you beat the Jaguars by 3 points. You beat the Panthers by 1 point, who the Bucs have killed both times they've played them. The Cowboys beat you, who are dog shit. You beat the Bears, who are just a complete train wreck. You beat the Lions by handedly. You beat the Packers, which we also beat, but it was a divisional game. The Falcons killed you by 17 points.
Yeah, that was their last loss before the Cowboys, right? Huh? We'll get through a couple questions then.
Yeah. So Miles Sanders, Debo, or Tyler Boyd. Pick one full PPR. I'm going Debo Samuel pretty easily there.
Same. Cook is out. Who should I flex?
T. Higgins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would. I think Bernard and T. Higgins is pretty close just because of the matchup for Bernard, but T. Higgins has been way safer, so I'll go with T. Higgins.
Agreed. And not to mention the matchup for himself is also really good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Should I keep Pittman at flex or get go Pittman?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Why do I want to start 2 over Watson? I know it's tempting, but don't do it, please. I just can't do that.
No, you can't. You can't do that.
If it was like a more volatile, like high volume quarterback than Tua, okay, maybe you talk about it for yourself. Like if you're talking about like I don't know Cousins or Watson,
I still wouldn't do that.
I would still start Watson, but like if you're looking for like the floor because of the weapons, because of the game flow, like I don't mind making that type of move. But Tua is just way too far down for me to even think.
Here's where I have Watson. I moved him down to QB 10. I would start Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, Lamar Jackson, Ryan Tannehill, Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson over him. I would not start Taysom Hill, Ben Roethlisberger, Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins, or Matt Ryan over him. I would still start Deshaun Watson over those guys.
Oddly enough, I also have him at 10, one spot below Josh Allen. Yeah, but by the way, if you guys are wondering,
we just answered the next question basically.
Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Again, yeah, oddly enough, the Cousins was like the one thing. Okay, I would still start Watson personally, but again, if you're just looking for a guy that can get you 15 to 19 type points,
I think Watson has a safer floor than Cousins.
Fair.
I think I would still start Watson over Cousins because, like I said, I think this game goes one of two ways against the Buccaneers. It's a shootout, and both teams put up like 30+ points, or the Bucs absolutely handle them. Like I could see it going one of two ways, and there's a chance that Cousins has like a great game in this one. I think Jefferson probably is in line for a great game, but I still think the Bucs like front is a little too much for the Vikings to handle.
Or the Vikings handle them. No, I'm kidding.
No, Vikings are not beating us by a lot.
T. Higgins for me.
That's
matchup's
really close.
Matchup's too good, bro.
The matchup's too good, but the matchup's too good on the other side.
I know, but like, I guess, yeah.
Man, that's so close. I think I would go with Antonio Brown if you need a ceiling. If you need a floor, I would go with T. Higgins.
Yeah, agreed. Oh, fuck, my eyes out of it right now. Morning, lost Gibson, sad Akers. Oh, wow.
Yikes.
Oof. Washington.
I think I'll go with DeAndre Washington there.
Yep, same. Herbert, Watson, Herbert. I mean,
easily.
The matchup is literally like pornography, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
My boys enjoying this first round. I just want to say thank you so much for helping. Looking forward to hopefully bringing home this fantasy championship. Appreciate it, Evan. Glad that you stuck around, and hopefully we can get you the championship, brother.
Yeah, when I inevitably lose in the finals in the fantasy championship this year, like I've done the last 2 years, then I'll just take joy in the fact that you guys won some fantasy championships because I'm cursed in the finals.
What if we meet up in the championship in the FSE League? That'd be epic.
We won't get there.
Really?
No. All right. You got to play Mike next week.
Keep that same energy. I'll see how Mike does when I got Chris McCaffrey back.
All right. We'll see about that.
Hey.
If Christian McCaffrey comes back.
If I make it to the semifinals without having Christian McCaffrey basically all season, like I'm GM of the year.
I drafted Austin Eckler as my first running back, Jonathan Taylor as my second, and Mark Ingram as my third, and I am in second.
Let me see what happened with me.
Jonathan Taylor wasn't useful until 2 weeks ago, and I had Austin Eckler on IR. I made it to the 2 seed with basically like a random gaggle of running backs.
Oh, that's what happened for me too. But I also lost Calvin Ridley for like half the fucking season too because that guy just didn't want to.
Shout out Devontae Adams who said wide receivers can't win you fantasy leagues.
Yeah. I mean,
BMax says, "What's good, lads?" Got to get to BMax question here.
BMax, the boy.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just check real quick.
He says half PPR, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. So the running back position, he's got Wayne Gallman, Kenyon Drake, CEH, and Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor and Gallman are the 2 that I'm going to go with there.
Yep.
And then the wide receivers, I'll go with Devontae Adams and DJ Shart.
Yeah.
And then at the flex spot, I think I would go with CEH.
Drake.
You'd go Drake over CEH?
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
I trust Drake way more than CEH, to be quite honest.
I trust the matchup for CEH way more than Drake's matchup. The Giants are fierce, man. The Giants front is fierce.
I trust the usage for Drake more, though.
I'd rather have 12 touches out of CEH in a game against the Miami Dolphins front with Patrick Mahomes' offense chance for a touchdown than 20 touches out of Kenyon Drake against the Giants front.
The problem is, can we even give him 12 touches at this point?
Yes, we can give him 12 touches.
Can we?
They abandoned the run game against Tampa Bay for good reason, because
they abandoned it against everyone.
Defense. I think it's a game plan thing, man. I think people overthink things in fantasy. They think, okay, well, CEH, because he's the lead back, needs to have 15, 20 touches every single week. But that's not how coaches look at it. They're going to go into the game planning for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who is the team that they last played before CEH had that illness last week. And they were like, okay, so we can't run on this team. So why would we even try? We can pass all day and every day on them. So why would we even try to run it? It's just wasting downs, which is smart coaching. Why would you try and run it if you can't?
That's fair, but
they can run on this team, and it's going to be harder to pass on them.
I can't do it. I can't do it, bro. I'm
trusting CEH this week. I'm doing it.
Fair. I mean, you could bite the bullet, but
actually, we will bite the bullet because I'm personally starting him.
We're doing this then.
CEH versus Drake. You want to do that? Yeah. I'll give you Dobbins too if you want to do that too, because I'm benching Dobbins for him.
I'll take Drake for now, but
okay.
I'll probably reconsider after. Maybe something else. We gotta get some more bets on here. Drake versus CEH.
We have like 3 on there, don't we?
Yeah. We gotta start keeping track of them. Like I try.
You want to go Johnny versus someone? I'll take Johnny versus someone.
Oh, easily.
Who do you want?
I mean, I still have Johnny at like tight end 14, but like
I have him at 10. So
okay,
do you want me to tell you I have him over?
I
have him over Logan Thomas, Mike Gesicki, Dallas Goedert.
Do you have him over Fant or no?
No, I have Johnny at 11. I have Fant at 10.
Got you. Okay. You know what? Let's I'll do Goddard.
Goddard? Okay, let's do it. That one scares me a little. I was hoping you wouldn't pick him. I'm just trying to. The reason I have Goddard lower is because I'm trying to account for Zach Ertz coming back.
The problem is that like the tight end position is so utilized in the offense, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But Jalen Hurts, it's different.
Yeah. By the way, that narrative is like, oh, now if Hurts gets hurt, or Ertz gets hurt, Goddard's a top 3 tight end league winner.
I mean, he was good.
He was good, but like people like saying like, oh, this untapped upside, like his usage wasn't going to change a lot because Philadelphia was using both their tight ends regardless.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Super heavily.
And even when Ertz was on the field, Goddard was like a top 7 tight end.
Yeah. So who'd you start? Y'all start Davis, Beasley, Cooper, or easily Davis. Easily Davis.
Really? I think I would start Amari Cooper over him.
Man, give me the back that's gonna get 18 to 20 touches in a good game flow game.
Is he gonna get that though? Because he hasn't gotten that the last couple games.
I mean, he got 18 touches, I believe, right before the bye.
I know, but we've seen sporadic usage of him recently. Like it's not like week 4 when we saw him get 25 touches every single week.
And tough matchups though. He's got a favorable one.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And Tyler Bush repping the Jack and Jones. You love it.
Yeah, you see that.
Rodgers or Justin Herbert? Give me Herbert there.
I'll take Rodgers.
Yeah, I forgot Rod.
I'll take Rodgers. I think just because Herbert's had a couple down games now, I think I'll go with Rodgers.
For whatever reason, I read that as Watson for a second. But I actually have Rodgers 1 spot higher. So like you're living in lavish.
They're both in my top 5, but I have Rodgers at 2. So
I have Herbert at 5, Rodgers at 3, and you know who I have at 4 this week?
Tannehill?
No, Mr. Lamar.
Oh, okay. I have Lamar at 6.
Yeah, okay, fair. I think I have Tannehill at 6. So yeah, I have Tannehill at 6. So our top 6 are basically all the same, just different order.
Yikes, that's a gross question.
I would absolutely need to know the scoring format.
And I don't think I would need to know the scoring format. I need to know if Frank Gore is playing or not, which I'm going to look up right now.
Yeah, that's the main thing. But like if Frank Gore, that's fair. If Frank Gore plays, you're not starting Ty Johnson regardless. But if he doesn't play, then fire him up. Bench Sanders and Connor while having Akers and McKissick.
Frank Gore is playing.
I would start Connor over McKissick, but like I don't mind that. Yeah.
Connor, bench Sanders and Connor while having Akers and McKissick take over their roles. Any thoughts about it?
Akers did well for you, but like, yeah, I would still start Connor over McKissick.
I would need to know the scoring format.
I guess full PPR.
If it's a full PPR, I would start McKissick over Connor, I think. But if it's a half or standard, I'm easily starting Connor.
Give me JT, Jonathan Taylor, baby. Fire him up.
Yeah, I would take Jonathan Taylor there.
Chiefs, Tampa, or
So
Niners.
Chiefs
defense.
against Tua, Tampa against Kirk, or 49ers against Alex Smith. Alex Smith doesn't make a lot of mistakes, so I'd probably rule out the 49ers there. I think I'd go with the Chiefs against Tua, to be honest. I trust Tua, or I don't trust Kirk Cousins to have a bad game 100%. So I think I would go with the Chiefs over Tua. I think Tua is going to be in a game script that allows for a lot of sacks, potentially turnovers, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll take the Chiefs defense against Miami.
I personally would go the Niners, but again, yeah, it's close there.
The reason I wouldn't go the Niners is just because Alex Smith doesn't he's not prone to turn the ball over a lot.
He's been chucking the ball a lot this year, man. A lot.
I expect this game to be a lot of J.D. McKissick, a lot of like easy passes, Logan Thomas and Terry McLaurin short stuff. I don't expect them to drop back 7-step drops and get sacked a bunch of times. I think that's way more likely to happen in the Chiefs Dolphins game.
Fair. Let's get into some more. Alden says, also, I got Ayuk, Myers, and Godwin over Crowder and Cooper. Oof. Do not bench Cooper, please.
Yeah, no,
do not.
Oh, so he already started Myers over him. That was not a good decision.
I would have gone Cooper, Godwin. If you need a third, I probably would have made it.
If Ayuk. This was my lineup, I would have gone Cooper, Godwin, and Ayuk.
Yeah, same.
But if as of right now, I honestly would start Cooper over Ayuk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jefferson or Claypool? Give me Jefferson there.
Jefferson's in my top 8 this week.
I think he's my 9. So Davis over Jacobs. Yeah, this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Need 2 out of all 3 of these guys. So he needs 2 out of all these guys. Sorry, my bad.
I'll go with the first 2.
Yeah. Lost Julio, PPR, Claypool, or Higgins.
So he already has Deontay Johnson. Is it safe to play both Steelers receivers? He said he's looking for. I think I would go with T. Higgins personally.
Yeah.
I think one, you already have Johnson, and 2, T. Higgins is not in a bad matchup when Claypool is 100% in a bad matchup. So against Tre'Davious White as his primary defender. So I will go with T. Higgins. If I had to pick a Steelers receiver to disappoint this week, it's easily Chase Claypool. So I think you just roll with T. Higgins there.
Sure. Sorry, also DeAndre Washington. Oh, I would absolutely go. Actually, no.
I think I would still start Mostert and Dobbins over DeAndre
Washington. See, the thing is, he would be the clear 3 there. I thought I wasn't sure if you needed a third there.
Yeah, for sure. I would start him over Bernard and T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah. Give me Carson there and a full PPR there. Carson's a top 9 running back when he plays. So
you want to pick an upset this week?
Go for it.
So I'm looking at the thing right here.
Let me check the spreads. By the way, do you want to keep a rule where it's they have to be 4 or 4.5?
Yeah. I don't usually go with
no, Sam. I go with Gutty too, but I just.
I'm you know what I'm gonna say right now? This is gonna shock some people. I'm gonna say that Detroit beats the Packers.
I don't mind it.
That's my upset. It's plus they're 9-point underdogs. I almost went with the Jags to beat the Titans. I don't think that's going to happen, but I think the Lions beat the Packers today. That's my upset pick.
I'm checking it right now. There's not a lot of big spreads, and the ones that are
no, there's not, and you're not going to pick the Jets to beat the Seahawks or anything like that.
I'm thinking I don't even know if this is a big upset. I was going to say football team over the Niners, but they're only 3-point underdogs. I don't know what else to pick, though. There's nothing on here. Cleveland over Baltimore at home, they're 3-point underdogs?
I'll allow that.
What? How?
I went with a gutty pick, but you can do that if you want.
There's no other real gutty picks. I'm not going to take the fucking Jets to beat the Seahawks.
You could pick the Dolphins to beat the Chiefs.
I don't believe that at all.
You can pick the Broncos to beat the Panthers. I'll allow that. They're 4-point underdogs.
All right, fuck it. Sure.
All right.
By the way, I gotta make some fucking bets on my Bet365. Oh, for the record, anybody who was wondering, that Bills bet last week absolutely cashed the fuck out. $30 straight up on the Bills money line. They were underdogs. Then I also got the $20 free play bet with it as well. So I ended up making 2.2x on my bet, so I ended up cashing out for $80. So it's not too bad.
True. All right, let's rip through some more questions here before you get on your betting stuff. Who to trust? D-Hop, Thomas, Cooper, Evans, Davis.
How many you need?
Yeah, how many do you need? If you can start 3, I will roll with D-Hop, Thomas, and Evans. If you can start 4, I'll roll with the first 4.
Over Davis, eh?
Yes, I would sit Davis for those guys.
Mike Davis or Corey?
I'm guessing it's Corey Davis.
Gotcha. Okay, if that's
I like Corey Davis this week, but all 4 of those other guys are in my top 15.
I was assuming it was Mike Davis. That's why I was like, wait, what, over Davis? And I'm like, okay, Corey Davis. Yeah, I absolutely would agree with you there. TJ or Rob for my tight end. Hawkinson for me.
I'll go Hawkinson, but I think Gronk's a great start too.
Oh, absolutely. You got 2 top 5 tight ends. I mean, Javon's always got the
Javon's always got a friggin' he's in an 8-team league, I think.
You know, he's like, should I start Alvin Kamara or Derrick Henry? I'm like, man, I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, literally.
I got Ridley and Brown starting. Pick one for my flex. Terry, Corey Davis. Yeah.
Don't even have to keep reading. I like Corey Davis this week, but I'm not sitting Terry McLaurin.
Rank accordingly by work. So not necessarily who we'd start, but who the guys we trust most with the workload.
Okay, so workload, I think DeAndre Washington wins workload.
Yes. I think personally it's probably the order you have it in terms of workload.
I don't think so. I think Clyde, I guess in terms of work,
that's what I'm saying.
It's hard to separate it from workload because I think Duke, Dobbins, and Clyde all have similar workloads, but I would rank them Clyde, Dobbins, and Duke in terms of how effective I think they're going to be with their workloads.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But if you're talking about straight raw workload, I think it's honestly in the order that he has it. Maybe Dobbins over Duke, but like that one's like splitting hairs.
Yeah, but I just don't start Duke Johnson. Don't start him.
Don't. Rajico or Carson as my kicker. Carson. Oh, fuck it, go Rodrigo. I mean, you watch the game, you see the guy with the goggles, like you say that's my kicker. Yeah, that's my kicker.
Oh, obviously, yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's making the Pro Bowl because of them, pretty much.
Full PPR, huh?
That's
so close.
I would probably take.
I'll take JD in full PPR.
I'll take Davis by an inch.
That's
you want to go Davis versus JD full PPR?
In a full PPR, sure. Yeah, I'll do that bet.
Okay.
That's so close, though. That is super close. Okay, so C. Shav says, can you rank these backs today? PPR, Mostert, Josh Jacobs, Ty Johnson, Peyton Barber, Wayne Gallman, Duke Johnson. So Wayne Gallman is actually the guy that I have first there. Gallman, then I would go Gallman, Jacobs, Mostert. Gore is playing, so I think Ty Johnson's last for me out of these guys. And then I'd probably go Duke Johnson, Peyton Barber, Ty Johnson.
Yeah, agreed with there. We literally have like basically the same rank in there.
Yeah.
My opponent is DeAndre Swift. I have Adrian Peterson, who's going to play more. If DeAndre Swift,
only Daryl Bevel knows who's going to play more. To be honest, it's anyone's guess.
If you have to start AP? If not, then if
I would sit AP if I can. If you have a better option to sit AP, then I would do that because I do think DeAndre Swift is involved enough that Adrian Peterson is downgraded. That being said, Adrian Peterson could still fall into the end zone twice.
The guy that I'm actually pretty intrigued by is if you're in a super pinch, like say you're like me, you got 5 injuries on your team, you don't know a random start you could put in that might put up production. Man, Colin Johnson is giving me vibes. I don't know why it is this week. The matchup, the usage these past couple weeks.
Can you not wish that into existence? Because I need DJ Chark to do well.
Oh, I have DJ Chark as well, which is why I'm thinking that. Because that always seems to happen when I trust DJ Chark, someone else pops off on that team. But
yeah,
I just have a gut feeling that Colin Johnson's going to catch a touchdown or two in this game. A happy Sunday, boys. Got a first round bye with your help. Appreciate it, guys. Anytime, Joseph. Glad to see you got that bye. Secure that dub, brother. Go win your league.
For sure.
Andrew Brown's warming up in a Julio jersey. What a beauty. That's what he's wide receiver 1.
That's why he's picking 11. Any wide receiver that picks the number 11 is going to be a stud. Chase Claypool, Julio Jones, AJ Brown. It's just a guarantee. Yeah. So if you have a kid that grows up to be a wide receiver, just put him in number 11. He's going to make the NFL.
Wait, isn't fucking Brandon Ayuk number 11 too?
Yeah, he is.
There you go. But the best number 11 that we'll see though, Cole Beasley, man.
100%.
Absolute beauty. Fucking hot sauce out there.
You missed Keith's question there.
Oh, my bad, Keith.
PPR, CEH, DeAndre Washington, or Raheem Mostert. I'm gonna put my trust in Clyde Edwards-Helaire again.
I'm still going Mostert. Oh, we're doing that then, eh?
We're just ripping as many bets in a PPR. You want to take Mostert in a PPR over CEH? I'll gladly do that.
I'll take the workload easy.
All right. Ryan says Chris Godwin, Deontay Johnson, Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen, Calvin Ridley. Jesus, I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, I know for real.
Okay, so I think the lock there for me is Allen Robinson. Then I would definitely start Adam Thielen as well. Man, that's so close.
These fucking pens stink.
Click the next question. Let me know what you think about this one. I think I'd go Allen Robinson, Adam Thielen, and Deontay Johnson.
Ridley.
You'd go Ridley over Deontay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that. Honest to God, Ryan, I don't think you can go wrong with that decision, personally. I think all 5 of those guys are in great spots to do well.
Agreed.
Allen Robinson and Adam Thielen to me are the clear 2. The clear
absolutely, yeah. Big Ben or Watson. Give me Watson there slightly.
Yeah, Watson slightly as well for me.
Lamar or Tannehill?
I have Tannehill higher.
I have Lamar higher. Oh, are we doing a quarterback one?
I don't want to bet against Lamar, to be honest. Fair. I don't want to do that. They're all in that top tier for me.
Yeah, fair. They're all top 6. Chark, Davis, AB, pick one, full PPR.
I think it's Corey Davis pretty easily for me.
Yeah. If I could guarantee that Chark would have some adequate quarterback
in a full PPR, Corey Davis is the easiest guarantee for a workload in that of those 3 guys for sure.
Absolutely. Pick 2 wide receivers.
Hollywood, Devontae Parker, Sterling Shepard, Laviska Shenault. I'm going to go personally with and Devontae Parker just makes me nervous, man.
Give me Hollywood and Shepard, man.
Yeah, honest to God, give me Hollywood and Shepard. I don't. I know Devontae Parker is the safer play, but I honestly don't think he's that safe with Tua playing quarterback.
Absolutely not, especially in a tough matchup against the Chiefs. No.
Yeah, I don't really like Devontae Parker this week personally.
Also, should I start Dobbins or Mostert half PPR? I have Mostert there.
I have Dobbins higher, so I'll go with Dobbins.
Half PPR, you want to make that one?
You already have a Mostert bet.
Oh yeah, I do. Fuck. You already have a CH on here too.
Yeah. I don't think Mostert's a great start and he's got a solid workload, but it's a bad matchup and I don't like he's been inconsistent since he's come back, so I don't really want to trust it yet.
He's only played 2 games, but yeah,
I know, but the sign what happened against the Bills was really shocking to me because I thought he would get a great workload in that game. I guess the game script wasn't great, but
no, the game script was awful. That's why
the Niners, generally speaking, just stick to the run game no matter what the game script is, though. That's why I'm confused.
Fair. So we left off at Keith, and we got a $2 super chat. Appreciate a ton from Kaleo. He says standard scoring: Thielen, Jefferson, or Chubb in the flex.
Jesus.
So, yeah, you're.
Can you start both Vikings receivers? Because I think I'd rather start them than Chubb.
Why?
Against the Ravens?
I know, but it's fucking Nick Chubb, man. Like Chubb's going in the flex for me, and then I'm probably starting Jefferson over them.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do as well. But I would seriously man, Adam Thielen scores a lot of touchdowns, man. Standard scoring ain't too big of a crux for him, in my opinion.
I would need to know who you're starting in your other spots that you have to sit one of those guys.
Yeah.
I would need to.
Oh, wait, can he only play one of them? I think he can only play one.
I think it's Thielen, Jefferson at the receiver or Chubb in the flex because otherwise he would have just put commas.
I think he's saying Thielen / Jefferson or Chubb in the flex. Like this is the flex decision. It's either one of the Vikings receivers or Chubb. If you can only start one of these guys, I'm going with Justin Jefferson.
Fair.
Personally. If you could start 2, then I'm going with Chubb and Jefferson.
I don't know. I would need to know who your other fucking players are in your lineup that you have to sit one of those guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, please update us in the comments because, like,
yeah,
Chubb's a top 8 running back for me. Like, there's not many people I'm sitting him for. And if you have 2-3 of those guys, then, like, good on you. But yeah, keep us updated in the comments section, Leo. We'll definitely.
Was it Michael that we left off on?
Let me just.
Yeah,
check.
I think so. Right.
We left off.
I need a wide receiver and a flex. Robbie Anderson, Corey Davis, Hunt, Wayne Gallman. I think is what we left off on.
Keith.
Was it Keith? No, we didn't answer.
Yeah,
Michael.
You're right.
I need a wide receiver and a flex. To me, I'm going Robbie Anderson and
Gallman.
I'm so close between Gallman and Davis. I think I would go with Gallman though.
Yeah, definitely Gallman for me. So you guys like Kyler? I go Kyler.
I said, I think Kyler Murray. If you bench Kyler Murray for Taysom Hill, you are not going to be able to live with yourself if Kyler Murray goes off because like you're going to look back at that decision and be like, why did I think that was a good idea?
I always err on the side of caution, even if I think like a risky play is going to outperform like a better play in my opinion. Like if I'm in an absolute pinch and I need ceiling, okay, whatever I put him in. If I miss, I miss. But man, if you're going in face value, you don't need like complete ceiling. And I do something like that, I will never be able to live with myself.
Yeah, exactly. Right? To me, it's just way too cute. There's like a 10% chance it works out, but I think there's a 90% chance it doesn't.
Whereas like if I start the better option and the guy on my bench does perform, I can at least say to myself, well, at least I
made the right decision at the time. Like no one was gonna imagine like if you've benched I think it was a year ago, I benched Hollywood Brown the first week against Miami where he dropped like 40 points on my bench. I'm like, okay, but I wasn't gonna start Hollywood Brown over this guy in his first NFL game.
Or like, I mean, this one's a little bit less excusable, but I started Aaron Rodgers over Lamar Jackson the week that Lamar Jackson popped off last year in week 1, and I ended up losing my matchup by 3 points. So I mean, it's tough. You got to bite the bullet, but ultimately here, go with your objective process over like just a gut feeling at times.
Yeah.
But like if they're really close, you can go with the guy that you slightly prefer based on your gut, but like follow your process, follow your own beliefs, and like ultimately make the correct decision based off tangible proof rather than just, I don't know. Right.
Yeah, you can't just be playing matchups. You have to look at the full body of work. We're at week 14 in the season. We know what these guys are at this point. So you have to look at what Kyler Murray has done the whole season, not just like the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Pick one, Debo, Duke.
Standard.
I'm going Washington, I think.
I don't think so. I think he's a little risky to play over someone like Debo Samuel. I think I'd rather play Debo Samuel.
Promise standard, bro.
Yeah, but Debo gets like manufactured touches and all that kind of stuff. I'll go with Debo Samuel just because, again, I feel like you'd be like, man, I can't believe I benched Debo Samuel for DeAndre Washington in the fantasy playoffs. Like, I think that's another one of those type of decisions where you'd kind of regret it because I think Debo is just a pretty safe option in terms of volume, even though it's a bad matchup.
Yep, that's fair. Controversial. Pick 2, start Antonio Brown, Marquise Brown, Jarvis Landry, TY, 1 flex for flex. I would absolutely need to know scoring here. Like, I think
if it's a full PPR, I would go with Antonio and Jarvis. And if it's like a standard or a half, actually, I think I'd go Antonio and Jarvis regardless.
I think like in a half, I would go with Marquise and Jarvis.
Either way, Antonio?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You take Marquise over Antonio?
Yes. Yes, the matchup is that good, bro. Kevin Johnson stinks.
So does Chris Boyd.
But like,
there's one guy's going to the Hall of Fame.
There's 2 other fantastic receivers on the outside with Tampa, though. Like,
I
know. I'm not saying Antonio Brown's not good, but I'm saying like Marquise Brown is the number 1 in his offense going up against Kevin Johnson.
Is he though? Mark Andrews is there. Mark Andrews wasn't there last week.
We'll see. We might have to do that one.
I'll gladly take that bet. I'll give you points if you want.
I don't need points, bro.
That's a foolish bet. You're not going to win that.
Not a chance. Hey, maybe it crashes and burns and fucking Hollywood.
It's going to crash and burn. And it's not that I think Marquise is going to be bad. I think Antonio is going to be that good this week.
We'll see. Swift or Mike Davis in non-PPR?
Mike Davis. I think it's too risky to play Swift.
Yep. Okay, we already answered that. Yeah. 3rd week in a row here. Thanks for this. AP and Jeff Wilson over at Chase Edmonds. Fournette out to LOL full point PPR. In a full point, man, I don't know if
I think I'd start. Okay, so you can start 2 of them. I think.
Yeah, I'd go Edmonds over Wilson in a full point PPR.
I think I'd start AP and Chase Edmonds in that full PPR.
Yep. Okay, there.
You must have great receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends. These are your running backs, and you're in the playoffs.
You're chilling. So we left off at Brent, and Kaleo actually followed up another $2 super chat. I appreciate that a ton. He says 2 wide receiver options are between Allen, Thielen, and Jet. Wow. I would go with Allen.
So I think that is his flex decision. Between one of those 3 guys, I think it is a one person flex decision.
Yep. I would go out of those.
Allen, Jefferson, and I'd play Chubb in the flex. That's how I would do it.
I agree. Appreciate the super chats, by the way. Where did we leave off again?
We left off at Brett.
Yep. Half PPR, T. Higgins, Hollywood Brown, Debo Samuel. I'm sitting
Hollywood. I'm sitting Hollywood. You'd rather play Hollywood over T. Higgins over Antonio?
T. Higgins over AB, yes.
Yeah. I mean, that one's pretty close, I guess, but
so is the Hollywood one for.
Yeah. That's a tough decision.
Wow. In a standard
too.
I'm still going with Eckler and Rojo.
Rojo.
Huh?
Eckler, Connor, or Ronald Jones. 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm going Eckler.
I'm going Eckler there too, but if you could start 2, I would go Eckler and Rojo. I moved Rojo up after Fournette was ruled inactive or whatever. I have Rojo currently at.
I had him at 14, but I'm gonna move him.
I had him at 12 before this, and I have him at 9 now.
Yeah, I'm moving him up to. He's gonna go at. Yeah, he's gonna go at 9 for me. Slightly ahead of Montgomery and Taylor. Let me just update my team in my line.
Yeah, I moved him ahead of Montgomery as well.
Yeah. Colts, Steelers, Giants, pick one. I'm still going with the Steelers defense. They're the best defense.
And not only that, but for Rojo, Eric Kendricks is out for this game, who's the only functional player on the Vikings front seven right now because Daniil Hunter's been out all year. They traded Yannick Ngakoue. Like, their front is not good right now. Without Eric Kendricks, they might have the worst front seven in the league.
Arguably, Eric Kendricks has been the best linebacker this year. Arguably.
Yeah, and not only that, but he's so, like, I mean, I guess he kind of affects Gronk a lot too because he's like one of the best coverage linebackers in the league.
For sure. Yeah, that's a huge blow to the Vikings defense. Probably why the spread's even at 6.5 right now.
Yeah, like they're they have the two safeties. That's it. Like, anything in front of the two safeties is going to be a challenge because their best players are all out. Daniil Hunter has been out all season. Eric Kendricks is out for this game. It's just Harrison Smith and Anthony Harris back there.
Yep. Pick 3, Ridley, Thielen, Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, and
yeah, we already answered this, Ryan. We got Allen Robinson and Thielen for sure, and then I would probably go with Calvin Ridley, but I wouldn't blame you for going with any of the other guys.
Agreed. I'd go with – I would absolutely need the scoring here too.
I don't think I need it. I would go with Hunt and Dobbins. It's too cute to start Washington over those two guys.
But if it's a standard, like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, Hunt is a little shaky in a standard, I guess. But he hasn't been getting a lot of receptions though, to be honest. So I think I would go with I'd go with Kareem Hunt and J.K. Dobbins there.
That's fair. Yeah, I would agree. But like that one's razor thin.
Yeah.
Pick 2 standard, Chark, Crowder. For the record, like Canal here, please leave the scoring format in your questions. It just helps us a ton. Scoring format, remember that. Anyways, I'll get off that. But pick 2 standard, like Charles got it here. Standard, Chark, Crowder, Antonio Brown, QT, Hilton, Patrick. I would go Chark and AB there personally.
Yeah, I agree.
B-Mac, the boy, starting Shard over Debo is extremely concerning.
Yeah, so, okay, for the record, I know it is super concerning, but the Washington football team allows 25.7 points per game to PPR points per game to the wide receiver position as a whole.
Yeah. So basically teams are starting. Usually they play with 3 receivers on the field at once, right? On average, then, like even with like the best receivers that they played against this year, that's about 8.3 points to each of those guys on the field.
Yeah.
Per game.
And the Titans, for reference, are allowing 35.3. And not only that, but Debo has to compete with Brandon Ayuk.
What are the Seahawks averaging?
The Seahawks are averaging 38.7.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I know. I don't think DJ Chark and Debo Samuel are all that different. I think in a neutral matchup, I would easily take Debo Samuel over DJ Chark. I think like if I were to make like a rest of season rankings or whatever, Debo would be like a top 24 type receiver for me, and DJ Chark would be like a top 32 receiver. So I think they're relatively close, but the matchup is so different in terms of Chark has a really, really good matchup and Debo has a really, really bad matchup. So I think I have to favor Chark a little bit there.
Yeah, I agree there.
But if it was like a good matchup versus like an okay matchup, I would take Debo.
Yeah, I agree. Where do we, Kevin? What do you guys think of DeAndre Swift playing today? Chark over Crowder. Thank you guys. I think Swift's gonna play today, but like
he is gonna play. I think he's gonna probably get like 10 to 15 touches, like 50% of the snaps. So I don't think he's gonna get a crazy amount of volume. The question is, against this Packers defense, it's a terrible defense. Is that enough work for DeAndre Swift to be a back end RB2? I think it is personally, because I think this defense is really bad. And then Chark over Crowder, I'll take Chark there pretty easily.
Yeah, I mean Crowder is actually like an emergency receiver for this game as well.
Is he?
If you saw the report, yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see that. So he's not like healthy or whatever.
Apparently, he'll like only play in an extreme circumstance.
Man, that upgrades Perriman like a crazy amount.
They're already without Denzel Mims, like, and they got a good matchup. Like I think Perriman, if you could fit him into like a tournament lineup, like.
Perriman might be a top 36 receiver for me after that.
Oh, he'll definitely be a top 36 receiver.
Yeah, I think I just moved him to 35 ahead of Mike Williams.
Yeah. By the way, let me set this lineup too. Let me get into this. You need 2. I would go with
the first. Or sorry, not the first 2. I'll go with Montgomery and Rojo there.
Yep, same.
I'll sit Zeke Elliott for Rojo and Montgomery. That's crazy to say that at this. If I told you that at the beginning of the season, would you think? If I said I'd be sitting Zeke Elliott for Montgomery and Rojo, what would you think happened? Montgomery and Rojo broke out, or would you think Zeke was disappointing?
I would think that the whole Cowboys offense got hurt, which basically what happened.
I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, that's the only tangible way to say that, why Zeke's a bust. I mean, when
Yeah,
you lose,
yeah.
literally people don't understand how bad of a circumstance the Cowboys offense is in. They've lost a good 90% of their fucking starters on offense.
Man, one thing I just realized though, so that poll that I put out, or not poll, but that contest I put out on Twitter, if you guys haven't seen that already, you can't really vote in it now because week 14's already started on Thursday, but I basically said, like, who's going to be the league winner this year? Like the Brashad Perryman of this year, who's that random guy or that guy that maybe people had all season that wins people a fantasy championship? I think it's going to be Ronald Jones, honestly, because he's been solid enough all season that you would have made the playoffs if you drafted him probably. And with Leonard Fournette now being inactive, if that becomes a trend and Rojo gets all the work, like this dude's going to win some people leagues because he has an easy schedule.
Yep. I agree there. Let's get back to these questions. We
got to rip through some a little bit faster.
Cameron says
DK or AJ Brown. DK playing in the rain. I mean, oh man, that's such a tough decision. How do you have that decision? And first of all,
also please leave the scoring format here. Absolutely, like that. I can't say that.
He continued the question later on. He said DK or AJ Brown. DK playing in the rain, but already starting Henry and Tannehill. Worried about too many Titans.
That's fair. I mean,
to be fair though, Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill, their blow-up games have actually come in the same weeks. Yeah. So it's not like if Derrick Henry does well, Ryan Tannehill is going to disappoint. It's actually the opposite. Both of them are. The offense is good when that happens, and I think I'm not worried about playing too many Titans. If you want to play Derrick Henry, AJ Brown, and Ryan Tannehill, I don't blame you at all. Absolutely. But DK Metcalf, I can't sit him. So
let's rip through these. By the way, me too. Go with the first two.
Yep, go with the first two there.
Start.
Yikes! I'll go with Chad Hansen there just because Brandon Cooks is out.
Do you guys play Mitchell over? No, don't.
No. Do not play Mitch Trubisky over Kyler Murray.
Swift is apparently expected to play. DK AJ Brown. Yeah, okay, we already did that. Rojo, Corey Davis, or Raheem Mostert. Give me Rojo there pretty easily.
I'll take Rojo there.
Mostert, Ayuk, or McKissick. PPR flex. And I'm taking Mostert because
I'll take McKissick in PPR.
Mostert versus McKissick's really close. They're probably going to be around like mid to late RB2 type range, both of them for me. So if you want the safety, I'd go with McKissick because of the reception flow there. So I start Parker, Beasley, Samuel, or QT in a full PPR.
I'm going to take – is Curtis Samuel 100% playing?
I believe so. Well, why do I like Beasley the best, bro?
I like Curtis Samuel the best if he plays.
Fair. Just Beasley in a full PPR is so fucking money, bro. And it's crazy to say that because, like, he's so boring. But, like, man, I think that Steelers-Bills game could honestly be, like, a low-key kind of, like, it's going to be higher scoring than people think it is what I'm trying to say. I know the Steelers defense is really good, but the Bills offense is also very good. So
I'm going to roll with Curtis Samuel there in that question. Take the over, BMAC. Take it.
Bro. Yeah.
CH is going to do well this week. I'm going to put my reputation on the line and say CH has a decent week.
Maybe. Claypool. Full PPR. Okay, so you left the
Holy Christ, I wish I had this decision.
Yeah, you're chilling.
I don't know who to sit there, man. Those guys are all in my top 8.
Same.
Who do I have ranked the lowest?
Unreal. I mean, with the rain game, maybe you just go with the other 3.
Can't do it.
You can't do it because it's just DK.
So I have Keenan Allen at 3, AJ Brown at 5, DK Metcalf at 6, and Justin Jefferson at 7. So I will sit Justin Jefferson there, but I don't want to sit him.
So what were the options? I have Keenan Allen at 2, DK Metcalf at 3, AJ Brown at 5, and Justin Jefferson at 9.
So we'll sit Justin Jefferson there, but we don't want to sit any of them.
Yeah. And then we got Papa Lepre back in the cut. I'd love to see it. He says full PPR, Carr or Ryan, and Goddard or Jonnu. Thanks. So first of all, I would go with Ryan over Carr because, I mean, I know Ryan without Julio sucks, but Carr is also going up against the Indianapolis Colts.
I'll take Ryan there as well.
And then for the second part,
that's our bet.
I'd go with Goddard over Jonnu.
I'd go Jonnu over Goddard. So
there you go.
We don't help you at all on the tight end decision, but I will go Jonnu Smith there.
Not to mention, in a full PPR, it does help Goddard a lot more for you.
It does help Goddard a lot more. I'll give you that for sure. But I think Jonnu's going to have a good game. Everyone's forgotten about him.
That's fair. Hopefully, I don't end up starting Balazs over him.
I'll take Darnell Mooney there.
Yeah, I'll take the other 2 because I think Gore's going to play.
There's two. Sorry, yeah, I'll take Mooney and Hansen there then.
Yeah. He's clear to play. I would need to know your other options there.
Like DeAndre's going to play. The question is how much, and none of us can really know that until the game starts. So that's the concern with that backfield. If you can, I would avoid that backfield altogether. But I mean, there's probably a good chance you have to play one of those guys. So, I mean, Swift I would play over Adrian Peterson, but I don't really feel too super confident about it.
Give me the pit god.
Yeah, I'll take Michael Pittman there.
Yes, sir. Spicy hot back in the cut. We got C's dog, Godwin, Beasley, or Ayuk. Godwin there.
Yeah, I'll take Chris Godwin there.
Yeah, AP's probably gonna get a lot of the goal line work there.
But we don't know that because DeAndre Swift could be back to his full workload. We honestly just don't know. I would say if there was a bet in Vegas who gets the goal line work, it would be Adrian Peterson. But I could see DeAndre Swift just remember when Aaron Jones was going to get a limited workload for the Packers on that one game, and he just got like all the work in the first half.
I remember that. Since Gaskins out, should I flex Mostert, Claypool, Antonio Brown, full PP? Still give me Mostert there.
I'll take Mostert there.
Jay says QT, Crowder, Davis.
Yeah, I'll take Mike Davis.
Cooper.
I'll take Cooper's been super safe with Andy Dalton. Yes. I don't think starting Amari Cooper shouldn't really be that hard of a decision. I don't think.
Obviously, the biggest talking point of the offseason. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys gave Amari Cooper $22 million a year. Yada yada yada. That's crazy.
22. I thought they gave him 20.
I believe it was 20 or 22. It was one of those two. Someone got 22. Either way, 20 million, 22 million. Regardless, it was over a $20 million a year deal. People are like, "Oh my God, Amari Cooper, the same guy, up and down, up and down, up and down." He's actually been rather consistent this year, dude. With backup quarterbacks for legitimately so far, that would be what 9 out of the 13 games. 9 out of the 13 games that they played, or 13 12 games that they've had. Yeah, he's on pace for over 100 receptions and over 1,200 receiving yards, despite dealing with like Garrett Gilbert and Ben DiNucci and Garrett Gilbert games. Like, I'm willing to just completely throw those out. Amari Cooper, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about this guy being like a top 7 or 8 wide receiver going into next year because of how consistent he's. I'm still not going to draft him. I always am going to have Amari Cooper lower than he's being drafted, probably. But I definitely understand the, especially for next year with the way the offense was operating with Dak Prescott. I think he's going to probably be a top 12 receiver for me in rankings next year. And that's crazy to say because Bush usually has him around like 8 spots lower than. I had him at like 21 going into the season. Yeah. Yeah, you start with the first two, but man, why do you have this decision? How'd you end up with all those guys in the draft, though? Is what I'm wondering. Yeah, pretty much. They're all first-round picks. Like all like probably traded for Zeke. Fair. Go with TJ there. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you can only pick one. Yeah. If you can only pick one, you don't sit Derrick Henry this week. Why is that a decision for you? Yeah, if you can only pick one of those guys, it's Derrick Henry. What the fuck, man? Give me Higgins. Yeah. What's up, what's up, Nick? Nick Donahue back in the cut. Yeah. Start CH at Flex or Kareem Hunt. Go CH there. That's about to cut off because their touch baseline is basically similar, anyways. Yeah. Gallman and Rojo. Oh, James Robinson. I didn't even notice. Yeah. James Robinson and Rojo. Yeah, I'll go with James Robinson and Rojo as well. But sitting Gallman and Connor is not an easy decision either. Another OG here in the chat. We got Mac back. He says, "Sup guys? Jasicki or Fant?" I would go with Fant there. Yeah, I'll take Fant there as well. And assuming you only need one here, I would take a Juju Smith-Schuster. Oh, Landry. Really? You take Landry over Juju against Marlon Humphrey? Yeah. I'll take Juju against the weak spot of the Bills' pass defense, which is the slot receiver. So I'll go with Juju Smith-Schuster there. Fair. T. Higgins, Curtis Samuel, Deebo Samuel, full PPR for flex spot. Call me crazy. I'm going Curtis Samuel. I'm going T. Higgins. I actually like all those guys, to be honest, but I'll take Curtis Samuel, to be honest. I'm going to take Curtis Samuel. I think with DJ Moore out of the lineup, Curtis Samuel is poised to have a good game against the Denver Broncos defense that is down their top 3 corners. Potentially, yeah. Well, we got to catch up. Yeah, hit that like button, y'all. If you're enjoying the stream, like the content, who the fuck is that guy with the bandana? Who's that guy? Too many of you guys are tuning into the streams. We got to stop getting on tangents. For real. Yeah, we're wasting time. But yeah, cut to it. hit us with that nice subscribe. If you are new to the channel, you're enjoying the live stream, you want to check out more content throughout the season, throughout the off season, whatever you want to see, we will be able to provide it. And if you're watching the stream, make sure you leave that like as always. It helps us a lot in that YouTube algorithm. But let's get back to the question.
We're gonna need to get T-shirts printed of that. Anyway, PPR one, pick one, flex Beasley, T Higgins, Kiki QT. I'll go with T Higgins pretty easily there. Mostert, Michael Pittman Jr., Jameis Crowder, Mike Williams. I'll take Raheem Mostert pretty easily there as well.
Yep, same. Brandon says half PPR, pick 2, McLaurin, Ayuk, Mike Williams, DeAndre Washington, Ty Johnson, or Mostert or Perriman.
I'll take McLaurin and Mostert there. Yeah. Better flex start, full PPR. Tyler Boyd, Miles Sanders, DJ Chark, or Kiki QT. I'm going to risk it with DJ Chark there. I don't really like the floor of those other options. I think DJ Chark has the highest ceiling out of those guys.
I would go with Chark, but I mean, Boyd's not a bad shot at all, in my opinion.
I would start Sanders before I started Boyd.
The thing is that Boyd's matchup in the slot against the Cowboys has been like.
Oh, it's a good play. I don't really trust Tyler Boyd right now with Brandon Allen as the quarterback.
Fair. Pick up. No, there's no point of picking up.
I don't think Marlon Mack, is he a free agent next year? I think he is. He's drafted in 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a free agent next year, so he's probably not going to be back with the Colts, if I had to guess.
Hopefully not. I have Taylor.
Yeah.
Need 2 half PPR. You go with Pittman versus Shepard is close, man. Or you can go with both.
Wait, you're starting Perriman over all these guys, in my opinion.
Yes.
Perriman's the start here for sure.
Perriman's the highest, but like that's what I'm saying. Shepard.
I think I would go Perriman and Shepard personally.
Yeah. I don't know though. Pittman's probably got a really better touchdown upside compared to Shepard.
I'm sure he does, but I don't think Shepard scores less than 10 points in this game.
That's fair. Yeah, I agree there. Darren says half PPR, DeAndre Washington, Kiki, or AB. Choose one.
AB.
Flex. Yeah. Washington's close.
I'll start Antonio over DeAndre Washington.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Pick 2, Zeke, CH, Drake, Swift, full PPR. I'll
go with the first two.
I'm going with Zeke and Drake. I mean, we've already been over.
We've already been over this. That I don't like Kenyon Drake's matchup. I think I still have Kenyon Drake inside my top 20, but I don't like his matchup because the Giants are just a very good run defense.
That's fair. DK lineup: Cousins, Gurley, Rojo, Jefferson, Hanson, Mooney, Kelsey, Metcalf, Bengals.
I think you're getting too cute there.
Yeah,
Hanson and Mooney are too cute for me.
Yeah, I just
and Gurley, to be honest. I don't think I'd be starting Gurley in a
me neither.
In a DK lineup, especially DK where it's full PPR.
Yeah, agreed. Due to weather for Bill Steelers game, should I take out Josh Allen? Put him? No, do not do that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Please, Cara. Like I know it's tough.
It could be a monsoon, and I still wouldn't sit Josh Allen for Mitch Trubisky.
We're not talking about like Peyton Manning. We're talking about Josh Allen. Realistic with Josh Allen.
He can run.
Yeah, like he can give you 50, 60 rushing yards and a touchdown in this game. Realistically, here, especially considering Devin Singletary is probably not going to have a ton of success.
Yeah, although the Steelers haven't allowed a rushing touchdown to a quarterback this year. This is the type of quarterback who can score one on them.
They haven't faced Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Sterling Shepard, Marquise Brown, full point. Wow. In a full PPR,
I'll take Sterling Shepard.
I'm sticking with my guy. I think Marquise Brown's going to have a breakout type game.
I could see it. I do think Sterling Shepard in a full PPR is like as safe as they come, though.
Yeah, I got to stick to my guns. I'm sticking with Hollywood. Thanks for the insight, boys. Good luck today in the playoffs. Appreciate that.
Thanks for the super chats, Kaleo.
Yeah, for real. Appreciate that a ton. Hopefully, man, like 6 versus 3 seed rematch of the championship last year. I beat him in the championship. I just need my guys to get healthy, man. That's all.
My buddy just texted me. He said, with Gaskin out, I picked up DeAndre Washington. Should I start him over Gio Bernard?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Like, Gio's just so fucking risky. Like, people like, oh, he's safe because like Mixon's out. Man, like he hasn't crossed 60 yards from scrimmage in the past 4 games. Here, I am at 28. Let's look at him. Actually, he's going to be 29 now because wait, what is this full or half PPR?
Who's a better start at flex? Swift, Tim Patrick, or Zach Moss? I still go with Swift there.
Man, I have Sanders at my RB 26 right now.
I'm at 29.
Yeah. Actually, I'm putting Hunt ahead of him. He's at 28.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man.
Why do you have Kareem Hunt so low?
Who do I have ahead of him?
You said you had him at 28.
No, I'm at 26 now.
Oh, okay. I have at 21, which is still like not that high, but
it's because Harris got locked in at my 27. Actually, I'm gonna move him ahead of DeAndre Washington, and I'm just noticing a couple guys I'm gonna move over. So he's gonna end up at 24 for me. I also have Gordon higher than you, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try and catch up as fast as we can here because we're running low on time.
For sure.
Tua or Tannehill, Devontae Parker. Okay, so I'll go with Tannehill by a mile there, not even close. Devontae Parker, Tim Patrick. I'll go Devontae Parker there. Also, Gesicki or Goddard. I will go with Mike Gesicki personally.
I go Goddard. Full PPR. Rest of it we agree with, by the way. Wait, you only have to start one? I would go with Jacobs, but like
Hawkinson's close.
Yeah, I would
need PPR. It's close.
You definitely have to have Kelsey then, right? Like,
yeah, probably Kelsey or Waller or Andrews. I would say would be the only guys I would start over Hawkinson this week.
Start Hawkinson over Andrews.
I wouldn't.
I know you wouldn't, but like I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like the fact is though, like he would have asked if it was probably Andrews.
Yeah, probably full point PPR. I need to flex Tim Patrick over Devontae Parker, Logan Thomas, and Tyler Boyd. I would start Parker over those guys. I think
in the full PPR, I can't start Parker over Boyd.
I don't blame you there. I think that's really close. I think I'd go with Parker just for the potential of a touchdown. But I mean, Tyler Boyd dropped like a 75-yard touchdown last week. So,
shoot, sorry. Did we get to a couple of these? Like, did we get to Swift, Patrick, and Moss?
Yeah. I said Swift.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah, good. I said to Swift.
That's probably when I was checking my rankings.
Yeah, so Alexander said, is Swift healthy? I mean, I guess enough to play. He's out of the concussion protocol, so he should be playing in this game because he hasn't been ruled out. But the question is, how much of his workload does he receive? I don't think he receives his full workload, but does that mean he's an emergency start, or does that mean he's getting 15 touches still?
Yeah, potentially.
Hopefully it's 15 touches still.
No PPR. James Conner or Raheem. I have Conner higher, but like I also really like Winston. Pittman or I'm going with Shepard there just because I trust the workload a lot more, or target share a lot more, if you will.
Yeah, and I'll go Kareem Hunt, not even close there. With Frank Gore playing, you can't start Ty Johnson.
Frank Gore for sure playing?
Yep.
Okay, I'm putting him in. I'm putting him in over Balaj. That seems so gross to think about going into the season, but here we are. Imagine going into the season in a playoff game. You would have to be talking about that. You have to start one of Gore or Balaj.
Yikes.
Like, oh my goodness. Anyways, let's get Gore in real quick.
See, G Human Gaming says Justin Jefferson or Deontay Washington. Is that Deontay Johnson or DeAndre Washington?
Either way,
it's Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. Perriman or QT for wide receiver 2. Yep. Kiki or AB.
I know AB's volume isn't guaranteed, but guess what? Neither is Kiki QT's.
Like, why is he getting so much hype? I don't.
It's because these stupid freaking NFL Network shows are going like, "Oh, I'd start him as a top 24 receiver." It's like, get out of here. No, you wouldn't.
Montgomery, Jacobs, or Davis? Jacobs. Oh, Montgomery. I didn't even notice Montgomery for a second. I go with Montgomery over Jacobs. I have Montgomery as my RB10.
Yeah, I'll go James Conner there, Slim.
I know, bro. Dude, okay. I say this every week, but I dropped him the week before he fucking broke out because I needed defense because I wasn't sure if the Steelers-Ravens game would play. Feels bad.
I honestly, if you saw my video going into the season, must draft like breakout players, Cam Akers was in that video because Darrell Henderson being hurt before the season, I was like, man, Cam Akers is going to take over this backfield. Yeah. But I failed to recognize my own philosophy, which is that rookie running backs, especially this year, who were in ambiguous backfields, they took a while to get started, especially someone like Cam Akers, who kind of was a little raw coming out of school and didn't have an offseason to train and get used to like pass protection in the NFL and all that kind of stuff. We probably should have seen that coming out of Cam Akers.
You were way higher than me in Akers going into the season. And then like week 8, week 9, I was way higher on Akers than you. I said at one point, I'm like, dude,
I went back and forth so many times on Akers going into the season. I'm like, I could see him having like a Rojo type rookie season. And then I was like, oh, but his backfield is so open right now. I could see him being a breakout player. And then once the season started and he wasn't getting involved, I was like, that kind of makes sense. That's what I thought about going into the season. My gut told me that he was going to have like a down rookie season. And I mean, he could win leagues right now, so it's not really a down rookie season, but he's kind of doing exactly what Miles Sanders did last year, to be honest.
I literally think from week 9 to week 12, he was my number 1 waiver claim every single week.
Oh yeah, for sure. And he was a great stash, obviously. If you stashed him, it's definitely paid off.
Yeah. No, I feel you with that though, Jorge. Start two wide receiver 2, and a flex. Okay. Full PPR. CD, T Higgins, Geo, QT, Chase Edmonds. So T Higgins is the one like I feel the most confident of.
I'll go
And
Geo on the other one.
I would probably
I'll go Geo with the
well.
flex, and I'll probably start
T Higgins.
No, but he needs 2 wide receivers. Oh wait, no, start 2 wide. Okay, yeah. T Higgins and Gio Bernard. Yeah, that's the 2 I'd go with.
Lamar Tannehill. I would go Lamar. He would go Tannehill.
Yeah, we don't really answer your question, but I think both are great starts. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either of them.
I have Lamar as my quarterback 3 or 4 on the week.
I have him at 4 and 6. So I have Tannehill at 4 and Lamar at 6. So I like them.
I have Lamar at 4 and Tannehill at 6. So just flip flopped. Good luck, fellas. Hopefully I get some wins. I'm a big time underdog. I need Murray. Hopefully, bro. That's why
Kyler Murray is I hope it's Kyler, not Latavius that you're relying on. But Kyler Murray is the type of dude that you need big production out of because he got you to this point and he needs to come through with another 30-point game.
Yep. And if we were doing the upsets and
he read my mind. Or I read his mind. Nice.
Logan Thomas or John, I have Derrick Henry and Tannehill worried about the stack.
Don't be worried. It's a game where the Titans are going to score a lot of points. I would start Jonnu over Logan Thomas. You probably would start Logan Thomas over Jonnu, I'd imagine, but I am going Jonnu over Logan Thomas.
I have him 1 spot higher, so I'm fine with that. Jonnu's got a way higher ceiling.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you guys start Stafford or Murray?
Murray. I think it's too cute to start Stafford.
Need 1 PPR, Cooper, CEH, Jonathan.
I'll take Amari Cooper there.
Jonathan Taylor for me.
Oh, I didn't even see Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, I would start Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I stopped reading once I saw Jonathan Taylor. Full PPR flex, Mike Davis, Josh Jacobs, or Deebo Samuel. I would go with Mike Davis.
I'll go with Mike Davis slightly there.
By the way, I'm going to back up from the mic a little bit in case I was...
No, you were good.
Oh, I was good? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if at all.
Half PPR, Parker or Chark.
Let's go with Sharp.
I'll go with Chark there for sure.
Hey, go with Sharp for the boy B-Mac.
Would you gent start Gesicki or Fant? As a gent myself, I would go with Noah Fant.
Same. Jay says QT, Swift, Davis, Marvin Jones, PPR, 1 flex.
I'll go with Mike Davis.
Yep. Pick 1 to flex.
Wait. Okay, never mind.
Swamp Nola says pick 1 to flex. Aguilar, Pittman, QT, Perriman. I go with Perriman there.
Yeah, I'll go with Perriman too.
Against Seahawks in a game that they're going to be down.
The official Young Wei Koo YouTube channel. That's funny as hell. Pick 1 tight end and 1 flex. Harris. Who's Harris? Damian Harris? He already played.
Demetrius Harris?
Am I blanking on who this Harris could be?
So am I. Leave it in the comments who Harris is, but we'll get back to that.
Either way, I'm going with pick 1 tight end and 1 flex. It's a tight end. Who's the tight end that's Harris?
I don't know.
Demetrius Harris on the Browns?
No, nobody I'm starting over Jonnu.
Yeah, no, Jonnu is the start there at tight end, and I think Rojo is easily the start there for me at flex.
Absolutely. Luis Vallejo says PPR 10-man, fix my flex, Calvin Ridley or James Conner, elbow cough. Give me Ridley there slightly.
Yeah, in a PPR, I'll take Calvin Ridley.
Yeah. PPR MT or Jonathan Taylor. Wow.
Oh, that's close to the PPR.
Full PPR. I'm going MT.
Full PPR. I'm taking Michael Thomas.
Yeah, because this guy's gonna get 13 targets today.
Okay, we got 4 minutes to rip through these last questions. Right. Let's do it.
Jonnu, Tanya, full PPR, Jonnu. Tanya. Blank out. Lamar Jackson, Tannehill. Lamar.
We're going to be of no help too. I take Tannehill. He takes Lamar Jackson.
Chark, Washington, Edmonds, full PPR. Hanson also on waiver wire. Good luck today, dudes. YouTube,
Chark.
I go DJ Chark. Godwin, Terry McLaurin, Deontay. The one I'm sitting there would be Chris Godwin.
Me too.
Yeah.
I would say Chris Godwin there.
No.
I'll take McLaurin over as the option to play there personally.
Okay. If you have to start 2, Godwin, McLaurin.
Yep.
Henry, Ebron. Not close.
Yeah, I'll take Ebron there too.
Hey, you guys know I hate Hunter Henry.
Yeah. Jacobs or Mostert. I'll take Josh Jacobs there.
Thanks for assist. Anytime Papa Lepre, it is down 22-1 and 14.2 in the other. Started to overthink. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, we're all thinking that, Pat.
Yep. James Conner. Jacobs or Raheem Mostert. I'll take Josh Jacobs there. Melvin or Chark. I'll take DJ Chark there.
Gallman over Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Panthers or Titans defense?
Panthers,
yeah. Broncos. Hey, gents. So I got my guys telling me to start DeAndre Washington. I would go.
I'll take both Josh Jacobs and
Drake.
Kenyon Drake over DeAndre Washington. I'll go with Josh Jacobs personally.
I go with all of them over him.
Yeah.
Why you guys so long, Kiki with QT? Projecting a high workload for a bad football player isn't it? I mean,
in a bad matchup, no less, too.
Yeah, like the Bears shut down opposing wide receivers. He got 9 targets last week. I know Brandon Cooks missed half the game and he's going to miss the full game this time.
Is Randall Cobb playing?
No.
Is he out
realistically, even if Brandon Cooks is out and Randall Cobb's not playing, I just don't expect Kiki QT to be an 8 to 9 target per game type guy. But then again, we talked about who could be the paramount this year. Maybe fucking QT surprises us. We'll see.
Yeah,
but I'm not
it's going to depend on who your options are. I think QT is kind of like a back end wide receiver 3 type, like wide receiver 36 type area. So I'm not starting him over a guy like T. Higgins, who I have at wide receiver 28. But
although Perriman's in the same area, he's got a way better matchup, which is why we prefer him.
Yeah, he has a way better matchup, and I also think he is a higher floor too, with the other guys out of the lineup.
Yeah, full PPR. We got you. Go Jacobs, Drake, and even Dobbs. I'd go DeAndre. Like you got a good problem to have because those are all top 24 type.
All right, we got to run through this in 2 minutes. Cowboys versus Bengals today. Going to be a match and a half. I think the Bengals win.
Hopefully, because we get third pick.
Robbie Anderson and Devontae Parker. Go Robbie Anderson there.
Zeke, Connor, Swift, or Antonio Brown. I'd start Connor out of all those.
Yep.
Only team to go 10-3 in my league. Thanks to your guys' advice throughout the season. Much appreciated. Appreciate that one. Glad to hear you're 10-3 and go win your league. Kamara, Eckler, or Carson. I would rank them in order. I believe I would. First of all, I need the scoring format. Second,
I have it. Eckler, Kamara, Carson in order. That order.
Yeah, right I think I have it in the exact same order. So you're chilling there. Is Hanson a good Cooks replacement? I would not trust him, but like
I wouldn't trust him, but he's an okay option if you're screwed.
Yeah. Deep pinch on the flex. Yeah. AB, Marvin Jones, or
Antonio Brown.
Yep.
Oh, who do I flex? CEH, Dobbins, Mostert, Lazard, Edmonds. I will go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire there in half PPR. Steven.
Mostert for me.
AJ says Miles Sanders or AJ Brown or Antonio Brown half PPR. I'll go with Antonio Brown there. Goddard or Duke Johnson flex PPR. I'll go with Goddard.
Yep.
Johnson or Gore.
No.
I'll go with Antonio Brown. And at a flex running, I'll go with Giovanni Bernard. Tight end, I'll go with Robert Tonyan.
Yep, I agree there fully. Gurley or Hilton, give me Gurley, especially in a standard.
Still Antonio for me, Jason.
Yeah, I'm going Hollywood, but yeah, you know how it is. Jefferson.
So close, man. Yeah, I'll take Jefferson.
Yep. Marvin Jones, Kiki QT PPR. See, this is probably the area where I'd say Kiki QT versus Marvin Jones.
I would take Kiki QT here.
Yeah. Like that's probably around the area.
No, you don't start Hurst over Gronk with Julio.
No, please don't. CD or Pittman.
Pittman.
Yeah. Might be Bryant with Hooper. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably what he meant.
Gurley. Okay. Yeah, that's true.
Gurley Paul. Gage, Patrick Lazard. I'm going with Gage and Patrick.
I'll go with Tim Patrick there, personally. And
start two. I'll go Patrick and Gage, I would say, with Julio. Tighten up, boys. Good luck in all your matchup. Appreciate that.
Hopefully AJ Brown comes through for me.
Higgins.
Yep.
Ty Johnson and Landry. Best of luck, everyone. You too, Pat. Over Pittman for Hanson. No, go Pittman. Good luck to everyone. I have the buy in my money league, so I'm doing a lot of you this week. Oh, yeah. Spicy Yacht.
Good luck, Spicy Yacht.
Appreciate that. Javon Leake will be a big pickup if Peyton Barber sucks. Hopefully.
I think just J.D. McKissick is the only guy to mess with in that backfield, personally.
Javon Leake, oh my God, he backed up. Who did he back up in college? He's the Maryland back, right?
McFarland?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Locked in, good luck, guys. Thanks a lot. Anytime, K-League, glad to see you in the chat. Hopefully you win your matchup this week. And we are at 101, so hopefully we got through all your questions. Good luck. Enjoy some football. Go win your matchups. Take it easy.
Peace out, guys.
We'll see you guys on tomorrow's recap show.